Fucking welcome to Keepin' Spiel. Gotta fix this camera, don't worry about that.
Hey,
Episode number 20.
number 20.
Dude.
Bye.
Alright, we're out.
Yeah. Episode 20.
My camera's really dark for whatever reason. I don't know why. It wasn't like that before we started, I don't think.
You look okay.
Yeah, it's alright.
A little ill.
Just the the camera's is really bad. Huh? Do it.
The natural. Oh.
Damn.
Fuck.
We'll fix that later. Anyways, right.
I got this sick shirt.
Nice.
Frank gave it to me.
It's actually Frank's shirt.
Concentrate for 2 goddamn minutes. Yeah. It was a free shirt.
Eat your soup, Billy.
It's good soup. It really is pretty good.
I rewatched that recently, and it doesn't hold up as well, dude, honestly. Like, it really doesn't. It's really not that funny.
What are you going to do that? In real life.
Yeah.
You just call the podcast Shit on Kenan. It's just 2 hours of me just like...
You didn't make the movie?
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know why I got so...
I really like the movie, too. I still like it.
Well,
I'm just saying.
That's an Adam Sandler movie. It's a movie that they'd show, like, on a fucking Spirit Airline
I'm
flight.
sorry it doesn't put the delicious Triscuit crackers in my mouth now, does it?
Sideburns. That guy's dead for sure.
Yeah, is he?
He was probably, like, 70 in that movie.
Can we look it up?
Yeah, Sideburns in
Can we look that up, Dan, real quick?
Yeah, but before we get into that, I was kind of got this shirt, this free gift from my favorite coworker, Rochelle. She's awesome, and she is the greatest bartender in Plymouth. She paid me to say that.
How much? Do I get a cut?
She hasn't given me the money yet. It's one of those kind of deals. But fucking sweet shirt.
Yeah, Sideburns.
You got the IMDb it, dude.
Yeah, or the Wikipedia.
I remember
Take your time, though.
I remember I said that as a joke. Like, I'm about to call everything social media and stuff like that with the Facebook, the Instagram. It's one of those things, like, jokingly. I meant it as a joke, but then it just started.
Yeah.
Like, the Wikipedia and shit. Like, now it's like...
It just happens.
Now I'm cursed. It's like, I want everything I touch turn into gold. What was that short story? Dude wanted to be... He got, like, a wish or something, and he wanted...
You want to be an alchemist?
Just everything he touches turn to gold.
Right. Well, it doesn't everybody.
Yeah, like, bro. I mean, a gold dick sounds pretty sweet, but, like...
Till you have one.
Yeah. Then what?
I'm trying desperately not to fucking bring up Game of Thrones with the whole dicks. I don't know why. The golden dicks. I thought it was like Jamie, and then I thought of that. We're done with this. I'm sorry.
So Dan pulled up the dude's...
What's his name? Let's see. Pull it up so the whole thing can hear it. See it there.
Is it Christopher Cuck? Keek.
Kelk. Damn, he looks like he's dead in that photo, dude.
Yeah. That's the photo they used for handing out or mailing like his funeral arrangements to people. They just used that picture.
I love how they just rely on them, like, funeral fucking arrangements. Here, let's send it in the mail. Who knows how long it'll take to get to them.
Yeah. Dude, what's that book that people fill out outside of the room of the viewing and stuff? Is that like, so you...
I think it's so they can send, like, thank you cards for showing up.
Okay.
Yeah.
A guest book?
Yeah.
I thought, dude, when I was younger, I thought...
Just like signing up to die?
No. When I was younger and I saw my uncle fill out one of those, I was just kind of like... I didn't even ask him. I just assumed things because I thought I was smart. I was like, so is that the, like, prove you were here so there's no beef afterwards? Like, you weren't there. Like, no, I was there when you buried your
Check
grandpa.
the guest book.
Yeah, check that guest book. You fucking running. You're hungover as shit and you don't want to go to the funeral. How shitty. And you just call like somebody that you know is going like, dude, put me down on that book. And they're like, dude, don't put that on me.
Right, that's crazy.
They're like, Tom, you're
somebody catches them writing somebody else's name in there.
Right underneath too. Like the dude filled his name out.
Same handwriting and shit.
Yeah, the dude filled his name out and Demon Go and pay his respects. He was like, he filled his name out and he was like, okay. And then he filled out his buddy's name. It's like, dude, you're just right next to each other now.
Right.
So yeah, Christopher Kelk, is he dead? Yeah, you want some of this milk?
That milk belongs to that classroom. They don't got to know about it. I can't just run on fucking assumptions here, dude. We gotta Google his names. See what happens with the Wikipedia. Sorry to make you do all this shit.
You have to fill out the book to prove that you're there. What a stupid fucking thing to think.
It's like one of those like sweepstakes things that they have at the mall for the fucking win the car that's like fucking in the middle of the mall. I get to win a free casket.
The fucking nothing.
I think he's still alive.
Fair enough. Damn it.
This is a dope plaid shirt. God, I can't wait to be fucking old and decrepit.
It's gonna suck.
I'm
down though. Look at him, dude.
That's another one that they probably used.
Hey, speaking of like looking at things, I never like checked the email or anything, but did you think the California Raisins got flagged?
Dude, I watched it a couple days afterwards just for that purpose, and the music was still playing.
All right,
it was quiet. The YouTube sound or volume was a little quiet, but it was still playing in the background.
Hell yeah.
Heard it through the
just
grapevine.
for do this right now, Dan. Turn up the desktop audio on the thing just for that. I think that one's the one that's muted. Is it? Maybe not. I think there's just no desktop audio coming through right now. I'm sorry. That was my fault.
Can you take that picture down? Because I feel like he's looking right at me. Like, he's looking past you, Dan, and he's, like, looking right at me. It's like the fucking...
He's like, which one of you fucking wanted me to die?
All of us. Christopher Kelky. But, yeah, it's like one of those things, again, when I was a kid, and to this day, if you go to the mall or something and you go to a clothing store and they got the posters of the models...
Yeah, they're all staring at you.
They're staring at you from any direction of the room. So, I'll be in the store, get a glimpse of the fucking model looking at me.
You just look away, like grab some pants and look back and make sure.
Yeah, I'll just walk back and forth, just like a fucking crazy guy, looking at the poster. Sir, do you need help? Yeah, your fucking poster.
Yeah, get this guy in check here.
And then it's just me in the back of an Uber with the poster. Like, I bought it. I bought the poster.
Wasn't even for sale.
Mannequins, dude, too, are creepy.
Yo, turn that down, the actual audio. What the fuck is this?
Bro, turn this off. What are you doing?
What's in that baby bottle? Juice?
Is it done?
Fucking A.
Jesus.
Was there audio? Here, play it again. Was there desktop audio coming through? Is that one muted? Check the other one, though. Make sure there's not another one. Alright. You could probably turn it down since it's fucking blasting. Alright, dope. Sorry. This is all stuff we should have done before we start the stream, but we're so bad at, like, setting up. Still, to this day, 20 weeks in, we still fucking can't get this shit right.
Well, when you say 20 weeks...
Sounds like a lot.
Long time.
Yeah.
20 weeks times 7, that's 870 days.
It's like 140 days or something, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The only
I can't do math.
the multiplication chart, the only one I was good at
Right.
were sevens.
Did you
'cause
remember?
football, I was like kind of 7 times 14. I'll be like, if you just give me a minute, I'll have the answer. All right, 7, 14, 21. I'd be like, it's that. I wasn't really gonna try to figure that out, but that's how I'd remember the sevens. Like 8s and 9s. 9 times 3 past that,
Right.
I'm done. Until you get to 9 times 10, because then I'm
Right.
like,
Oh, bang. Back to
bang.
fucking. Just add
Yeah.
the 0 at the end.
to this day, I'm 30 and I don't know multiplications.
Yeah. Same here, pretty much. I mean,
You know why? Because this thing has got the calculator.
this thing's keeping me dumb. I love it.
I'll fucking just stare at it, and I'll say, 14 times 12. Oh, man. Yeah. But I guess that's good that guy's still alive.
Right.
I mean, if he wants to be alive, I don't know. Maybe he's in.
He's not doing any movies that I've noticed, so I don't know.
Mhm,
Maybe he's just living a good life somewhere.
Or at this moment, he's like.
He's
in
probably
a-
watching Billy Madison right now, dude.
He's like, I was in that. He's like, well, here it comes. Thomas, come look at your grandfather in that movie he was in with the Adam Sandler. It's like, Grandpa,
everybody knows
I have to
Adam Sandler's
drive you to-
trash.
you're gonna be late for your fucking doctor's appointment. Yeah. But here it comes. He's got it on
Miss Lippy's
VHS.
car is green.
No, he has it on a film projector. He's like, here it comes. It's just like.
Right. It's like, how do they even get this printed to film like this?
He's like, I said, I'll do the movie, but I want the film reel.
8mm reel.
He's like, okay. They were like, yeah, we're not really asking you to be in the film. Your agent called us. You're actually asking us. And then Adam Sandler was like, oh, he's a great guy. I don't know, he's so old. Just a fucking gut hanging out, wearing a Bruins jersey.
Right.
Oh, look at me. That's my Adam Sandler. He's probably in the hospital right now on life support.
Adam Sandler or that guy?
Both kind of.
Adam Sandler's dodging the calls about it.
Adam
That's what's happening.
His caller ID is just going off, and he's like, "Don't answer it, Adam." Straight the voicemail. He has a house phone. He's like, and then you just hear, "Beep, it's Adam Sandler's phone. Leave a message." Like, Adam, you have stage 5 cancer. Be
Like,
nice."
"Goo!"
He's like, "I don't know if that's good or not. I'm gonna wait to stage 7."
Good lord. Stage 7 cancer, dude.
As he's
Like,
saying,
what the fuck?
as
That's
he's saying,
left.
as he's saying that to himself on the answering machine, it's like, Adam, there's nothing past stage 5. He's like, oh, I'll crap my pants.
So hot.
Don't know. Christopher Kelk's probably on life support right now, just trapped in his mind,
Oh, no.
like the dude from that. I forgot the name of the movie, but Metallica, the video one,
Oh, yeah.
was off that movie, like in the 70s. Johnny got his gun or get his gun.
Yeah.
He's just trapped in his brain. He's like, kill me. He's like doing Morse code with his head and shit. Never watched that movie as much as I've listened to that song and seen that video as a kid.
Yeah, I actually didn't even know it was based off a movie.
Yeah, based off a movie, based off of a book, probably, because
Right.
the 70s, they were doing that all the time.
Right.
But
Still.
the only thing I know
Still
about
fucking that up.
the only thing I know about that movie, like actor-wise, is that the dude that's Johnny that ends up getting hit by or stepping on a landmine, really, be careful out there,
Right.
is played by the dude that played George Bush, and That's My Bush.
Really?
That guy, yeah. Because that movie's hailed like really great. It's like a cult classic. It never really went super mainstream, but it's a really good film.
Right.
And it's like, oh, that guy. And then you're old as shit, and you turn on the TV, and it's That My Bush, and you're like, oh, I guess he's doing okay.
Forgot about that fucking show, too.
It was so tacky. Like, I get it when Bush was president and shit, but those first term, a lot of shows were coming out.
They did a That's My Trump fucking show.
That's My
dude.
Trump. Yeah,
Right.
That's My Bush, and then
Right.
Lil Bush.
Right. Yeah, I
Just
remember
like
a
a lot of
little.
sitcoms. Lil Bush was hilarious. Just a lot of lowbrow, kind of like not original. Like, oh, our president's a dumbass. Let's make a show about it.
Right.
Not that I was a Bush supporter. They're all the same, really.
It's not like they're gonna have a fucking animated show where he's super smart and fucking a good president, you know? Like, where's the fucking right? That'd be hilarious, actually.
And fucking Dick Cheney's just ripped.
They should do like a fucking 4-episode miniseries animated about fucking him plotting 9/11.
Yeah, and then the last scene is him in that classroom in Florida when they get told he
Right.
gets told about what happened or what's going
It's
on.
like, I'm just reading to the kids. How convenient. It's like,
His face changed so much. It was just fun. His face was just like, because he's sitting in the classroom and the teacher's just reading the book out loud.
you could probably pull this up, right?
Yeah, and the secretary of whatever walked up and was like, and George Bush was just like,
He's like right in the middle of like.
it's like, I want to know what happens to
Right.
the duck. Everything else can wait right now. He says that out loud, and everybody just stops. The teacher and the kids, they're just like, what? I don't care about
I don't
them.
care about how many buildings get blown up.
I don't care about them buildings. Right now, the duck
Where were you on 9/11?
just got out
I
of
drew
the
a
Question that
blue
will
duck
always
because,
be
well,
asked, and for
I've
every
never really
person
seen a
will
blue
have
duck
different
before.
answer, except for 16 classroom, but their memories of that morning are still vivid.
Where were you? Oh, my
What do
cold.
these two letters say?
At only 7 years old, they were the face of second-grade innocence. Just as the news of evil
Yeah, they're the
was
victims
being
here.
whispered into President George W. Bush's ear on the morning of 9/11. Now, 10 years later,
I'm Chantal Guerrero.
I'm Natalia Jones Pinkney.
I'm LaDamian Smith.
My name is Mariah Williams. And I
Can
remember
any of
9/11
these
because I was
students
in the
explain
classroom
what
with
happened
President
to that duck?
classroom, room 301 at Emma E. Booker Elementary School in Sarasota is where
Bush. We were just excited.
Can you just find a picture? George Bush's face, 9/11.
It's just gonna be like a picture of his face in the clouds, like photoshopped,
Like
yeah.
laughing. Touch my biscotti. Why did you do it, Bush? Like 30 years from now? Yeah. Look at this picture. He's like, come again? What happened?
It's either that or he spoiled what happened to the duck before he got there.
Sir, the duck, it was actually the duck's dream. He was never caught in the plastic six-pack. He was like, what? Why would you spoil that for me like some milk? Speaking of milk, you think they got an extra chocolate milk for me? Look how pissed he is in this one. That's after he spoiled the fucking ending of that book. He's like turning back to his Secretary of State like, I can't believe you just did that, Ron. I was going to take you golfing next week. Where were you?
Reading makes a country great.
Where were you on 9/11? Probably class, right? Because that was in
Yeah.
the morning. Yeah, me too.
I think it was like a social studies class, ironically.
I remember somebody, what were we, like, we were in the 8th grade. And when I found out what happened, I found out very vaguely what happened. One of the other students was like, yeah, I guess a plane landed on a building. I'm like, well, that's pretty sweet.
Like landed on it.
Didn't know
like,
what kind of plane, didn't know what kind of building. He's like, yeah, the country's under attack. A plane landed on a building. I'm like, I I don't think, is everybody okay? No, thousands of people are dead. I'm like, what?
What?
How many
Damn.
people were on top of that building?
Right.
Very uncoordinated event. Like, just land that plane on this building. And everybody's on top of the building. Like,
Like, why are we up here?
just a bunch of
Oh no!
tourists just with their cameras like, and they're like, oh, a plane. Are the plane's supposed to stop? The country's being under attack by tourists. It's just all these fucking
Tourists.
tourists. The fucking being a dyslexic news broadcaster breaking the news. And today's news: the city of New York being attacked by tourists. It's just
It just shows some Asian guy with like a Hawaiian shirt and a camera, like
khaki shorts, like up to his fucking
lost in Times Square, like looking up.
his shorts are like 6 inches above his knee. And his socks are only 2 inches below his knee. And he's just got his cameras, the Nokia. He's just like, he's like, wow, a big building.
I remember that day. I had to go to Canada, cross the border, and for anybody that doesn't know, I'm not.
You had to do it that day.
Yeah, I had to do it that day.
I don't know, dude.
That yeah, that's what my dad was thinking. I was just a kid, and I was just kind of like, okay, they'll let us over. But my mom, her father was having his first round of surgery for cancer, and it was already set like a month and a half. That date, September 11th, was going to be his first round of surgery.
Right.
So my mom, me, and my dad already had it planned. So after school, when I went home, I was like, we're still going to Canada, right? And my mom was like, well, yeah, absolutely. And my dad was just kind of like, yeah, we'll go. I don't know if they're necessarily going to let us over. And I didn't really understand it. But now that I'm older, 9/11, terrorists, Middle East. I'm not Middle Eastern, but we're right there, Turkey and stuff. None of us have middle names, and none of our names are Pete
Right.
or Janet. And it was just creepy, man. That Ambassador Bridge was empty. Besides the trucks, the semi-trucks that
Right.
still had to cross the border and stuff. Just going on there, and the Canadians were just like, oh, how's it going, eh? Kind of, you guys are going through some stuff,
there,
huh?
eh?
Or you're fleeing, eh? We got our first fleers. Like, we're fleeing America. Like, we're under attack. And Canada's like, oh, look who came crawling on this side. My mom's like, I'm Canadian, and so is my son. We both have citizenships. And they're like, oh, what about you, sir?
It's a couple of tourists.
Oh, tourist! All Canadians are dyslexic. Like, tourist! They just pull out their guns, but they're water guns because they're Canadian. They're like, just spray my dad. And he's like, you motherfucker. Come on in. It's great over here. Like, we told you. We've been here a bunch of times. But, yeah, just that day. It just had to been that day to cross the border. Like, countries under attack. And it's like, I guess coming into America would be way worse.
Oh, yeah.
If we were coming back and it happened to be 9/11.
Right.
They just, as you're crossing the bridge and you're rolling up to the American side, I can't think of the word, the border patrol or whatever, they just all have their guns drawn. They're like, put your hands where I can see your hands. Put your hands in my put your hands where I can see your hands. They have dark hair. But they're like yelling in the megaphone thing. They're like, put your hands where I can see your hands. And my dad's just like, he's driving, so he's just like,
Yeah.
and the car's just idle. It's just turning. It's just like, the border patrol. I like how they be like, you got any drugs in there? That's your job to figure out, buddy.
Right.
Don't make this tough on you.
Next thing you know, your seats are ripped open and you made it tough on yourself.
Yeah. They take your tires off, and then you come out of the building where they hold you for however long it takes to rip your car apart. And they're like, all right, you guys are good to go. And all 5 of the border patrol agents move.
And your car
And you
is
just see your car like, you going to put our car back together? Like, nah,
Right.
this isn't fucking AutoZone, buddy. Hurry up, you got 2 minutes. Just a family of Hindus are just like, like, wow, they did that pretty quick. Who would have thought? Because they're terrible drivers. I don't give a shit. But yeah, that was 9/11, and then they did.
There's our opinions on 9/11, guys.
That was it. Everything else was fine. I don't think anything happened after that. Oh wait, no, something did happen. They did all the benefits and stuff, and I remember Limp Bizkit did a cover of Pink Floyd's "Wish You Were Here."
What's the relevance there?
I guess they were really pushing it like
To 9/11?
tonight. Yeah, because all the celebrity benefits, and they had the
So like talking about the people that died or what? I don't get. Wish who was here.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah, I'm assuming. What about the fake ass story about people stood up and they brought the jet down in Pennsylvania?
Like that's a nice enough thought, but no, they didn't.
No, you can clearly see that a plane didn't crash.
Right.
And
Right. That guy just wasn't paying attention enough at flight school when he.
Oh, the plane in yeah, it was Pennsylvania. They made a whole movie about it, and I didn't see it, but like they show the passengers like, all right, let's fucking do this.
Right.
Like there's 5 of them. There's, I don't know, 100 of us. It wasn't that big of a commercial plane, but 100 of us. And they just stormed the cockpit, and apparently they were fighting and it just nosedived into a field. I don't know. It just sounds like the drone just crashed.
Right.
Yeah, but nothing else. Our country has been better since. So.
We're purposely gonna keep that fucking that pause, America's.
We're all just like
That was like a perfect spot for dead air.
Everything is better because of our president's.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
Thank you, George Walker Bush. No problem, Ken. Dude, can you pull up George Bush throwing first pitch after 9/11? Everybody was so confident. Everybody obviously was like, oh my God, you know, this happened. Terrible attack on America and stuff. And he did the ceremonial first pitch. Fucking straight down the middle.
Right. Didn't fucking Trump throw one and it was a whack as fuck?
3-1 Rays lead. We got to the
I feel like there's like a. Does every president throw a first pitch at some point?
Yeah, at some point. I think. Yeah, dude, at Yankee Stadium, he's like, not my team, but I'll throw this. There you go. He's like, you guys need a reliever? just kidding. I'm the president.
They're like, he keeps saying that. No, I know, Mr. President.
He got reelected.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I guess when you go up against a robot with a fucking bad haircut like John Kerry.
Yeah.
That was I can't remember, but I'm sure on the campaign trail and debates, somebody would ask George Walker. George Texas Walker. I just got that because he's from Texas.
Walker, Texas Ranger, Texas president.
Somebody would ask him the question, like a Democratic supporter asked George Bush a question, like, "What about the failing economy? And in 4 years, they're saying we're gonna have a bad recession." And he's like, "I made a video specifically for a question like that, and I'd like to thank you, Janet, about asking that. Can we just roll it?" They roll it, and they just show him throwing that pitch. He's like, ain't no recession going to get past us. We're going to strike it out. 9/11? And they're like, yeah. What about our failing healthcare? Just like I said, I made a video for that, too. And it's just him hitting driving a golf
him
ball.
Dodging the shoe, dude.
Yeah. She's like, we're going to dodge any diseases. Because we're America, and we got the best country in the world. Yeah, he's got a good arm.
You know that guy got stomped out by the Secret Service.
Oh, dude.
Shoe. Like,
oh,
if you
yeah.
throw a shoe, at least hit him. Because you're going to get stomped out as if it was a gun either way.
You can't blame that guy because
that's how
dude, Bush dodged that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know, like, if he was taking boxing lessons and shit during his first term or second term. That's when it happened. But he slipped it, man. Just a nice, like,
right.
He's practicing 1-2 with his secretary of boxing. Yeah, he was like looking at the list of names as he became president, who's going to be under his cabinet, and he's like, "Where's my secretary of arts and crafts?" They're like, "The art direction, the national art." Like, no, arts and crafts, where we make macaron necklaces. Dude, he.
Boom! Look at that, dude. I love how dude.
He dodges both of them, man.
Yeah, like the second one. Like, watch the second one. He expels no extra energy, dude.
Look at his smile.
Watch
He's like,
this.
"Throw it again, motherfucker."
He's like, he blocks the second one. He's like, get out of here.
But watch him barely move the fucking second time. He's like,
That was the first.
So
Yeah.
he's just like, like
it's like a game, dude. Like,
reflexes is pretty good reflexes.
Yeah, he had to been in his maybe late 50s, early 60s.
Secretary of boxing.
Secretary of boxing. Yeah, dude, he turns his chin and rolls his shoulder. I mean, fucking Floyd Mayweather
it's
Jr. over
textbook,
here.
dude.
He was ready for that. He's like, I told you guys Secretary of Boxing was much needed. Look at that, 12 rounds. What'd you guys do with the perpetrator? He's going to be executed by the Iraqi government. Like, oh, well, time to go back to America.
Maybe I should have let him hit me with it.
He goes to see him in his jail cell. He's like, "You're that guy that threw the shoe, huh?" The guy's like,
spits on him.
Thank you, Gimme.
the perp was like, "Yes, that was 20 minutes ago. How did you forget me?" He's like, "Just want to remember your fucking face before you die."
Comment says,
But-
this cracks me up for some reason. Bush's face is hilarious, like he's having fun with this.
Yeah, after the first shoe, when he kind of like stands back up, he smiles a little bit, and that smile's like, "Dude, again,
Right.
I know you got another shoe."
Right. You didn't come here with just one. Yeah, basically, we were like, yeah, this dude definitely got his ass beat for this afterwards. I feel the same way about that video you sent me of that dude just doing a jump kick and hitting Arnold in the back.
Oh yeah.
Dude, see if you could find this.
Yeah.
He gets his ass beat outside. You know it, dude.
Dude, the person Arnold his Instagram post was hilarious. I'm gonna pull it up real quick and read it.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Look at me, I'm taking videos of jump roping. I can still jump rope, you know. Yeah, look at them. Yeah, they go really quick. Yeah. The girl, oh, she has to restart. Yeah, it's okay to restart. Yeah, look at that.
Here it comes.
Okay, how do you post this?
Yeah, here it is. It looked like he got more hurt landing.
Dude.
Dude grips him up. He wants to fucking punch him in the face right there, too, dude. Watch. Is he saying help me?
Dude, Arnold Schwarzenegger, when that happened, he posted the video. Arnold Schwarzenegger says, "Block or charge." Dude, that guy came out of the screen. So he was going full flight, and Arnold took that like a fucking champ. He was like, "Oh, did you feel that too? What was that? Oh, it was a mosquito." He's like, "It's okay." Oh, my.
It does look like it. Definitely startles him more than anything, it looks like.
It startled him, but look up.
That's like kidney shot, too. You should be hurt.
He's like, "Ugh." Yeah, he must not seen Terminator 1 or 2. Yeah, okay, take him out of here. I'll sign his shoes later.
Terminate him.
Oh, no.
And then Arnold goes to his jail cell. And he's like, "You're that kid that jump kicked me, huh?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, I just want to take a look at the face before I kill you." He just chokes him out.
Hope you left enough room in your stomach because I'm going to run.
Yeah. Okay. You're terminated. He's like, okay. And he goes to court, and Arnold's there like, "That's him. He's the
the dog's
mosquito
name?"
that tried taking me down." He took that like a fucking champ. I can't get over that.
Wolfie, I can't hear him bark.
Your foster parents are dead.
Okay, kid.
Negative.
Wolfie's fine, honey.
I'll have prosecutors drop all charges if you give me your boots,
What's
your
the dog's
shoes, your jacket. He's like, "I'm not wearing boots." He's like,
You forgot to say please.
he's like, "I'll let him go if you just let me throw him on my flat top where they make hamburgers and stuff, just like in the movie Terminator 2.
Yeah.
They're like, "You want to throw this 16-year-old kid on a steaming hot flat top?" He's like, "It does not have to be on, but if it's not on, have the kid just pretend it's on, and then we'll CGI the smoke and steam from his hand."
We'll do it in post.
Yeah, we'll do it. I'll pay for it.
It's just all he wants to do. He's like using his like status, or he was using his status as governor of California to just fund him recreating the fucking everything that happened in Terminator. So he's like basically funding Miles Bennett Dyson, try to fucking get Skynet fucking up and running.
Do you think we could reenact the scene where the semi-truck comes off of that bridge and I'm driving
Yo, dude.
the motorcycle?
Sorry to interrupt, but you think there's eventually gonna be considering the direction of the new Child's Play, you think there's going to be a Terminator Child's Play crossover?
It's got to get past Arnold, man. He's like, you want me to what? You want me to be in a movie with a bunch of dolls? I told you after Kindergarten Cop, I don't play with toys anymore. There's like blooper reels.
Stop eating other kids' lunches.
Dude, that scene is so great because he just walks up to that kid calmly, and he's like, are all of these your lunches? And the kid just has a mouthful of Cheetos. He's like, did you eat all these lunches? And the kid just didn't say anything. He picks them up, and like a couple of Cheetos falls out. He's like, quit eating other kids' lunches. He really did that. That wasn't even in the script.
Right.
Like, just some kid was eating his lunch off to the side in between takes, and Arnold was so in character. He's like, he just looked at the kid like, he's eating kids' lunches. Arnold, he's like 6. Leave him alone. He's like, I'll tell you when I've had enough. Like, what? Yeah.
He's like, the guy's like, well, why did you bring 30 lunches, Arnold? Like
He's like,
he brought them all for some reason.
He's like, it was a trap. I knew one of these kids was a mole. A mole? What do you, Arnold? This is kind of a kids movie. He's like, I'll tell you when I've had enough. Like, okay.
You know what movie I watched the other day?
What's that?
The Cable Guy.
That movie's great.
It was on TV, and I was like, oh, hell yeah. Jewess? Don't do this. Come on, man. Everything was going great. I borrowed your sweatshirt. Hope you don't mind.
Dude, fucking, there's so many, like, quotable, like, lines of dialogue in that from him. Like, it's really long, nice put together lines of dialogue.
Most of it, he's quoting from TV shows.
Right.
That's one of the,
I don't know what your thing is, Chip Douglas, but I'm going to find out. Fucking Jack Black.
That's like one of the Jim Carrey movies I feel like's not necessarily underrated, but like, what was that, like 97 or something like that? 95.
It's like Ben Stiller, one of Ben Stiller's, like.
So it was like after Dumb and Dumber, and then probably the same time as The Mask. So those were like huge box office hits, and I'm not saying The Cable Guy. I can't off the top of my head. I don't know, but I feel like The Cable Guy was decent at the box office.
Right.
But that movie and Me, Myself, and Irene, I think are like the best
Of his comedy movies.
comedy. Comedy. Because
I would say that too. I'm down with that.
yeah, Me, Myself, and Irene is just classic. Like
Dumb and Dumber is like one of my favorites, but like I don't know. I just like kind of keep that out of there for some
Yeah.
reason. It's like I rewatched that one recently too, and that's still fucking hilarious, dude. A movie's like genius, dude.
Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah, it really
Mhm.
is, dude.
Which one?
Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, like
What year? 96. So what was before and after this?
How do you find that on here?
You just look at his filmography, and you can just see the.
Alright, so go to this. Wait, should I click him?
mm-hmm.
The karaoke scene is one of the best scenes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Karaoke machine. Big screen TV.
In his
Cream in his.
Alright, so 96 he had The Cable Guy.
Yeah, really, that dude. Really though, like that.
Liar
ki-
Liar.
Liar, liar. Oh wow.
But what did he have before that?
Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, Batman Forever.
Yeah, so he's riding off like huge
Box
fucking-
office
Dumb and
films.
Dumber right before that. The Mask, Ace Ventura.
Yeah, dude, he's like riding high when he, no wonder that movie wasn't as big as it. Like, you know what I mean? But I feel like it's a cult classic now.
Mm-hmm.
He was on 30 Rock.
Huh.
I just saw that. Where did you see
It's
Right
it's
up-
about to
right-
be at the top. Yeah,
yeah.
very top.
I don't remember him on there. I've seen all that too. Maybe I just skipped some episodes or something. Some other really good movies by him though, dude. Eternal Sunshine for a Spotless Mind, dude. That is such a good movie, dude. It's really good, like crazy good movie. A lot of like the serious movies he does aren't bad, dude. To be honest.
And didn't his Man on the Moon, Andy Kaufman thing get like roasted by the critics?
It did, but
Everyone
it's really
hated him.
good, dude.
Yeah, dude, I've
I was
never-
watching Andy Kaufman. Sorry, I was
No,
watching
you're good.
Andy Kaufman videos recently, dude, and that dude is a fucking genius, dude.
Yeah.
He does one of the fucking appearances on fucking, like, I can't remember which talk show it was, but he basically like, he pretty much tells a story about how like his wife pretty much leaves him and how like he's really got nothing left. Like he starts out like you think it's gonna be a comedy act, but it is at the end of the day. But he's just like saying all these fucked up things, and then at the end of it, he's like convinces the audience to hand him money. Like he like goes in the audience. He's like, if anybody has anything, like can give anything, like it would really help. And like he goes out in the audience and people give him money, dude. And like they like, carry him away. They're like, no, you can't be doing this, dude. Like he's like the ultimate troll, dude.
Dude, if you think about it though, like in '95, that was right when the shit started to take over, like the internet, and fucking the writers of that movie fucking nailed it. They're like, you can be watching movies at home, or you can play a video game with your
Right.
friend in
Oh, yeah.
Vietnam. Like,
Right.
dead on. That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah. Yeah, all those like scenes when he's at the fucking satellite dish and explaining all it. Yeah, it's like,
Are you guys satisfied with Matthew Broderick in that movie?
yeah.
You think he was pretty?
I think he
was
played
guy?
that character well.
Yeah.
I kind of like him, dude. I don't know, like, there's like, I don't know.
People hate on him, but I like him.
I'm not like, oh, Matthew Broderick, but like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I could classify myself as a Matthew Broderick fan.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm like, he's good, but he
Yeah.
plays the roles he does well.
Now.
well.
What are you doing? Don't do that.
I just always associate Matthew Broderick with Ferris Bueller's Day Off
Yeah,
because I've just watched that movie so much as a kid and shit.
yeah.
Yeah, that was mid '80s, and then same time he did that. I've never seen it, but he did that one movie, something like the Cold War or something, Red Dawn.
Oh,
He's like a teenage.
he did that. He was in that movie,
Yeah, I think so.
the original one,
Yeah.
the one about like Russia coming to America or whatever. The
Yeah,
Soviet
it's
side.
something like a technical, like I don't know, like a war.
Right.
But he was like a genius and shit. And
Yeah.
like I said, I've never seen it, but
They redid that movie recently, like a couple years ago.
yeah, I don't know if it's called Red Dawn.
Red Dawn, yeah, 1984.
Yeah, he's in that, right?
Let's see. Patrick Swayze.
No, I'm like looking at my phone right now, and he's not in it. Why the fuck did I?
It's not that I remembered him not being in it, but I feel like I would have remembered him being in that.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Matthew Broderick.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. War Games.
Oh yeah, that's a great movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but I just always remember him in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and then War Games.
Dude, that's a cult classic right there about hacking. But he's like a kid though.
I don't think I've seen it. I feel like I should watch it.
Dude, it's good. I mean, look how young he is though. I mean,
Oh yeah. Hey.
Hey, he looks like he could be the Joker.
Do you think he goes by Matt with his close friends?
call me Matthew.
Oh yeah, Godzilla.
Yeah, he was in that
Inspector
Godzilla.
Gadget.
The Godzilla with the baby Godzillas. You know what I'm talking? They had
Yeah.
the baby Godzillas. Did we talk about this last time? Oh yeah.
What year?
I don't think so. Godzilla was 90.
99 or 2000. Or yeah, there you go.
I don't recall this one, obviously.
I remember seeing it in theaters.
You've never seen Godzilla, the Matthew Broderick one? Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it did $380 million in what year? 98 or some shit? Fuck.
I watched the new Godzilla movie. It's pretty good.
Was it?
I mean, for what it is.
Yeah, being like a monster sci-fi.
Yeah.
Showing 10 of 12.
It's definitely
12 nomination, 10 wins.
God damn.
The Matthew Broderick Godzilla movie?
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think that's where it gets weird, because people who generally like monster movies didn't like that movie because it was more of a regular movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It didn't have the same vibe. That's like kind of the deal with this newer one too. It's like
Plus, it has like best sound.
There's a lot of like human drama in it for no reason when you could just show the monsters fighting. Like this fucking new Godzilla, there's like 17 different titans in it. Like 17 different gigantic monsters. And still, they found a way to make most of the movie about a set number of people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, no one really gives a fuck, dude. Just show us monsters killing each other. No one cares, dude.
It also won a Stinker Award. Worst screenplay for a film grossing more than $100 million.
Huh, there you go.
Worst song in a motion picture, Sean P. Diddy Combs performing Come With Me.
Here's what
the Led Zeppelin song.
Here's how you can tell it's terrible. There's a scene in it where there's a bunch of baby Godzillas running around, like in a mall or something.
Oh,
and
Madison Square Garden. Yeah.
And like they fucking like they do the classic like throw down a bunch of marbles and they'll trip on them scene, you know, like like they drop a bunch of marbles and the baby Godzillas are tripping and shit.
I just remember the Godzilla Matthew Broderick one was one of the other guys in the movie, Jean Reno. Yeah. That dude's a fucking badass. He, I don't know. Probably his the film that most people would know is The Professional.
Oh yeah.
Or Leon. That movie's dope. Dude, who was the bad guy in that movie? He was the commissioner in the Christian Bale Batman movies. Fuck.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that guy. I know exactly who you're talking about. I just can't put a name on him.
Gary
This
Oldman.
dude. Yeah.
Gary Oldman was in that movie. Who's the Natalie Portman? Yeah, Natalie Portman was the little girl in there that he trained to be an assassin.
Remember fucking? Oh yeah, I don't think you were there that day that LB, when we kind of roasted LB and he left the podcast like a couple of years ago or whatever. Fucking, he showed up looking like fucking Leon, the Professional dude, and that's what we were kind of giving him shit about that. He had no idea what the fuck we were even talking about, which just makes it even funnier.
Le Professionnel. The dude, yeah, just Leon. He just fucking. All he does is like drink milk and shit, and waters his plants. So you got to be like a plant. You have to grow with the plant. If you cannot take care of the plant, you cannot take care of yourself. She's like, I want to kill the people that killed my little brother. And he's like, I'm sorry about that, but you have to water this plant for 2 months. I'm sorry. Now I have to go to work. Yeah, I can't remember anything off the top of my head that Jean Reno was in.
I feel like he's in like a ton. Yeah. I feel like he's in like a ton of like movies as like a side role.
Yeah.
Like I always see him, but
his agent calls him like, Jean, does it have a perfect role for you? He's like, what is it? He's like, you play a former hockey player that now is a head coach for the team, and the other rival team is your best friend.
Say how many lines?
But he's not your best friend anymore. He's like, okay, like lead role. He's like, yeah, lead role. He's like, oh no, I don't do lead roles. Like, why not?
He just like turns it down.
He's like, why don't you want lead role, Jean? This is what you've been working for. You fucking tell me what I work for.
It just turns into.
And they just start swearing at each other in French, but they're both smoking cigarettes. So like, oh fuck, like one's looking at a newspaper. He's like, oh fucking, I try so hard to get you a job, and you never take jobs. He's like, I pay you, don't you? He's like, yeah, you pay me in poutine. I don't even like a poutine. It's not even French. Yeah, fuck you. Later that night.
So you want it or not?
Later that night, they're having dinner. Did you catch a soccer game?
They live together.
Yeah, they're just in the other room. He's like, hello, Jean Reno. Jean.
You don't have to say my whole name every time.
Every time you call, you say my whole name, Jean Reno. Why? Why you do that, you cocksucker?
Cocksucker.
Oh, dude. I wish I knew how to speak French.
Yeah. You what the French say.
Les compétents.
I am French. I'm sure if I just go to, if I ever want to get like a high-end kitchen job, like a fancy kitchen job, like in Detroit or some shit. Just
Right.
show up, like, kind of like fucking like I just spent like 4 days with no sleep, walk in
Right.
there stinking like cigarettes, have like a white button up and just overalls or like suspenders, and just show up. And they're like, "Oh, hi, Keenan? Yes, get on." Just pretend I'm French the whole time. They're like, "Oh, wow, you've worked here and here." Like, yes. Don't call them, though. They don't remember me. So don't get on the telephone and call them. Or they tell you I'm a bad guy. It's a French thing. We hate each other. And just go into work the next day like, "Hey, guys." Like, we need to make this sauce. Can I make this much? I'm like, well, you want me to what? Make a sauce? I brought some fucking Arby's sauce.
Is it in a can somewhere?
Yeah, where's your dry storage area? Where's your can opener? Oh, they're French. They love to cook. But yeah. Oh, man. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you pick? Besides America, I know it's the greatest country and nothing bad happened after 9/11, but
Wait, if I could pick anywhere to
Yeah.
live in the world?
yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like under the impression that if I lived anywhere else, I'd be completely different. So I don't want to live anywhere else. Just want to be me. Grow up with all the things I grew up with. So I know that's lame. It's like dodging the question, but that's my real answer. But I guess I'll say like.
Okay, hold on. If you could visit and travel one country for free, like your hotel, shit like that.
Japan.
Japan?
Yeah.
Why?
Just 'cause like it's just I don't know all the food, all the
Sushi.
all the fucking crazy. I don't know. I like the. I don't know. There's just a lot of shit going on. Big city that's full of people. I don't know. I've just always wanted to go to Japan. I guess there's other places too, but
Japan's in my top 5 for sure.
yeah.
Even after the Japanese Chernobyl.
Yeah, like what's going on with that? I don't even know how the.
No Godzilla yet. When that happened, I made a joke about that, and then like a couple of weeks later, just seeing the fallout and like the long-term effects, I was like, whew, feel kind of like a dick.
Right? Do they like?
It was a
Do they like cover it up real quick so it's a minimal fucking? I don't get it how it works.
I forgot the name of the event. Japanese. It's 2011. I remember that.
Speaking of radioactive events, we just finished Chernobyl. That shit was dope, dude.
Real quick, before we get into that, Fukushima. Yeah, they said that the Fukushima thing was. They said I think there's 7 levels of like
Radiation poisoning or whatever.
Not necessarily that, but like I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but like tornadoes. You got
Oh, like
F5
all
like
right,
levels of
Natural disaster.
yeah. They said it was the same level as Chernobyl, but I didn't read. Just kind of like not improv, but kind of just going with it. But I've never read too much into the Fukushima thing. But
Right.
I remember after watching Chernobyl, that it was on the same level as that. Yeah, but no Godzilla.
Yeah, and you don't even hear about that at all. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, so what was it last Monday? Was it last Monday or the Monday before the last episode of Chernobyl?
I think it was.
Yeah, it was last Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked it, man. That shit was dope.
Yeah, it was good.
It was like HBO saying like, "Hey, our bad.
Right.
We didn't know those fuckers were gonna botch GOT like that.
Right.
So here you go."
They picked the right time to like. I don't know, like come out with it. I guess because like people lingering on canceling their HBO subscriptions and word gets out.
HBO was like, "Hey, can we read your guys' script outline for the final season? We're just curious."
Right.
And they give it to them, and they're like,
Yeah, we
"Alright,
need something."
All right, get a couple of guys from GOT and put them in this show, and we'll just fucking do it." Yeah, man. You told me about that show. Walsh told me about that show, Chernobyl. and I don't know too much about Chernobyl before watching that show,
Yeah, me neither, really.
but I kind of like that's kind of like in my area of films, shows, and even books is just history and like especially the eastern front of Europe during that time, communism and shit. So when they came out with that show, I was like, all right, I'll check it out, and I just powered through all 4 episodes, and then the next day watched the final one. But fuck, man, I told you like it's still a great show, miniseries, but I just couldn't get over
The accents.
the accents.
Yeah, it was a little weird. I just kind of like dealt with it after a while.
Yeah.
It definitely there's like I feel like the one chick actress, the main chick, she kind of had like a little bit of a like a
The
fuck,
scientist.
yeah,
Yeah.
she had a little bit of like a Russian accent, flair to her accent. But like other than that, nobody did, and I feel like it would have like been so much more immersive if it was just like just change the accent a little bit. But it's like I read something about it, and they were pretty much just like, yeah, like the reason we didn't do it was because we didn't want the actors acting the accents. We want them acting the characters. But it's like, dude, get better actors.
Yeah.
Get better actors. It's simple. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think any of the actors were like. I mean, they were all really good actors, like really good actors, but at the same time, I don't think it was like a well-known giant ensemble cast.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's almost like they just kind of took what names they could get and let them do their thing on it.
Yeah, they had like English, Irish, and like Swedish accents, and they're all playing like Ukrainian, Russian military execs, scientists, like whatever, and it was just kind of like, all right, I'm not gonna be that guy that just doesn't watch the show because of the
Right.
accents. Like I get it. I also heard that it was something like they didn't want Russian accents because they felt like
It'd be
after
off-putting? Or what?
no,
After
not
what?
off-putting. I think after an episode or two, that it'd be like the actors would sound like humorous,
Right.
like they would sound funny because of the Russian
That's just
accent.
being, right. That's just talking shit about the Russian
Have-
accent at that
Have you
point.
heard people speak in Russian?
Right.
That shit is like it's not funny.
Right.
It just
Sounds
comes off as like
serious and like,
Kid.
right.
Why didn't they just get some Russian actors that had the kind of sound that they needed? You know what I mean? Like,
That's what I'm saying.
because Dolph Lundgren is filming Expendables 6. He's like, I am busy. But he's not even Russian. He's Swedish. They could have got him. He's just like they get him, and he's just like this ripped scientist with glasses on. He's got his like white lab coat and shit, but it's unbuttoned like 4 buttons, and his fucking pecs are just swole. And they're like, comrade, we have to turn on the radiators. And he's like, I'll tell you when I turn them on. Yeah.
What was the most impactful scene in the show for you?
The most impactful scene in that show for me, it's not funny, but it's funny that it has nothing to really do with the show, was when they had to kill all the dogs
Yeah.
in like part of Piet. I think Piet was the city
Yeah.
town outside of Chernobyl. Piet. So after everybody got evacuated and they brought in the fucking Asian ginger Russian
Yeah.
kid.
What the
That kid.
what-
Dude, I don't know how
It's
your
anomaly,
parents
dude.
met. Yeah. Fucking probably this Irish guy who went to Japan and was like, I'm on a fucking business trip, mate. Fucking bang some masseuse. Yeah, but that's that scene where they were just basically, all right, we go around and got to put these
They're
dogs
pretty
down.
much like, yeah, you're gonna call them and they're gonna come to you because they're friendly, and you have to shoot them. So brutal, dude.
Yeah. That scene had a big impact on me because, for obvious reasons, but
They knew what they were doing.
yeah.
Like, they could have shown them killing wildlife, but they chose to pick the fucking
Dogs.
dogs, dude. Like,
Yeah, but the
but
fucking
it had to be done.
like when they fucking split up and they were like, okay, go your own ways and shit, and the kid went his way, and he saw that dog just kind of chilling.
He's like, go.
Yeah, and then he shot the dog. I was like, oh. And then they show the dog and it was wounded. I was like, oh, dude. I was like, ah, fuck. And his it's not supervisor, but
Yeah,
superior
right.
officer like came out of nowhere. He's like, told you not to like make them suffer.
Right.
Like, and you shot it in its like leg,
Right.
lower body of the dog. I don't know how to describe
Right.
that, but and you just
Not in the head, that was for sure.
yeah. And then after that scene, they go back to the events that are actually going on at Chernobyl. And I texted you. I was like, oh man, this dog scene, dude. And I didn't even know it. It goes back
Right.
to more massacring these dogs that have radiation. And there's a giant. Then the way that scene of that act of all the dogs being shot and killed and stuff is just a mass grave of dogs, and they're just piling in cement.
Throwing
in
them in a fucking dish and putting cement on them, dude.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, because it was like, oh man, I can't. I was like, this dog scene is tough, and it was just like the 2 minutes of it,
Right.
not knowing that
Right. They're gonna
there's
show
be a
so much
mass
more.
grave.
Showing how dude had to kill the mom and the pups, dude.
Oh, dude. The guy just walked into the kitchen after the kid and was like,
He's like, go.
he's like, what did I tell you? What about you?
That's the most
Yeah.
impactful scene for me too. That and the showing their bodies deteriorating from the few people that they
radiation.
showed. Yeah, that
Like-
shit was dope. That one dude looked like a rotten banana at the end of it, dude. At the end of his fucking
Yeah. The like the first responders and shit.
yeah.
Dude, like all that shit happened, and then we were like had the big conference with Mikhail Gorbachev, and like they didn't even think about evacuating people. And then when Sweden was like, "Hey, we got some of your guys' radiation,"
Right. Like maybe
Um,
we should.
you're like, "What's going on over there?" And they're like, fuck. All right, yeah, everybody's evacuated. We
Right.
got it under control. It's cool." They're like, "Okay, you guys could totally kick our ass in a war, but just saying, kind of floating over here. Kind of, we're Canada of Europe."
Right.
Well, a majority of countries in Europe are Canada. But yeah, I was pumped to see Mikhail Gorbachev.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't explain how he got that honey on his head. He's got that stain. What was that, a birthmark?
I think so. Yeah.
How can you take that guy serious? Like he's talking like, okay,
So
well,
you're looking
if
at
I-
my birthmark again, aren't you?
He's at a table, like a conference of like all these generals and fucking scientists, and he's just talking, and he like looks up, and they're all just trying not to get caught making eye contact with the honeydew stain. They're all like, oh, yes, comrade, we'll
Whatever you say.
yes. He's like, you're all looking at my honey stain, aren't you? They're like, no, what, no.
Whenever I think of Russians, I just think of the generic doctors from Goldeneye. The one that's like Russian. There's like an American one, and then there's a Russian, or not doctors, but scientists.
Oh yeah.
I just think of that one like gnarly scientist guy from the Goldeneye movie. That's all I see.
In a room off
Yeah.
the general.
Oh yeah, he was I forgot how he died in that movie. But I know in the video game, you gotta be quick and shoot him from a distance, because
Yeah.
fucking Natalia.
Yeah. Why do you have to shoot him quick like that?
He
That's not in the movie like that.
no, because I can't remember how he dies in the movie.
Yeah.
It blows up, doesn't it?
I can't remember.
Just fly off the plane.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, but in the game you gotta kill him real quick, because it's him, the chick with the thunder thighs that crushes people and shit,
Yeah.
and then Natalia. So you kind of gotta like react quick, like kill him, because if you miss, the door will shut,
Oh yeah.
or they will kill her, and then it's like you gotta restart. And then when you save her, you have to use your laser watch to hit that panel.
To get out of the vent or whatever.
The whole time she's like, James, hurry up! And you just you stop and be like, yo, shut up!
Either help out or shut up.
I got like 20 seconds. And
Right.
this shit's hard, all right? And I only got like a little bit of juice on my battery, so God, give me some room.
I think you're thinking of the. You're thinking of two different ones. You're thinking of the one, and also you're thinking about the train.
Oh, that's the train one, yeah.
But no, you're right. You have to use the proximity mines in the
The opening.
what
Yeah,
is level
that is
called?
that is where Arumov dies, isn't it?
Yeah.
In the train, you have to shoot him,
Oh, he does die in the train in the
and then
movie.
that's Trevelyan. That's
Yeah, you're right. You guys are right.
Trevelyan was
is the one in the facility at the end, near the end. That's like his actual partner. You fucking dog.
006, right?
Facilities right at the beginning.
Sean Bean.
It's like dam and then facility, right?
Yeah, it's dam and facility. Because you jump off the dam and then you land on top. At the bottom of the dam, you land on top of like the duck works and you get into the duck and then you
kill
start
that
off.
helpless dude in the bathroom.
Yeah, who's just taking a shit. He's just reading his fucking Belarusian newspaper. He's like, ugh.
Remember the glitch to get back up into the vent?
Mm-mm.
Classic.
There used to be like you'd stand on the toilet and look up and you'd spin your fucking like aiming thing and you'd
Didn't
hold
know nothing
R1
about
and
that.
R2 or L1 and R1 or whatever, and you'd eventually just like pop up into the vent and you could go back in there.
Remember we used to play back in the day and it'd be like, and then we'd just be like,
Yeah, because we knew all the spawn points, so
Yeah,
you just
we knew
kill
where
someone, then
everyone
run to
spawned.
where they were gonna spawn, and then you kill them again. It's like, dude, really? And we used to play License to Kill too, so it was one shot, one kill, dude, and that's it.
Yeah. The level I hated the most was I think it's second to last level.
Cradle.
Cradle was the last one, right?
So it's the
The
Aztec
one before that?
The Aztec one.
Yeah. No, the Aztec was like a bonus
Oh
level.
yeah. Jungle.
But it was the one after the jungle. It was where Boris dies, where you can kill him. But where she's on the computer and she trips an alarm and all these soldiers.
Oh yeah.
It is good, but the reason I hate it is like the main objective of that level was her working to like change the route of those missiles or whatever. So she's working on that on the computer in front of that big fucking screen, and she trips an alarm. But there's stairwells. Yeah, there's there's two stairwells on each side. So there's soldiers coming down from each side, and I just remember being a kid like, fuck, I'm not supposed to. Yeah, it's a good level. But it just
frustrating.
I think the lamest one is like the bunker one, like the snow level one.
Yeah, I don't like those.
I would get lost and be like, "Was I in this cabin?" Like I have to go to a cabin.
Like playing multiplayer on the Siberia ones with the snow levels.
With the clobs.
Like
Horrible gun.
It had the clobs.
Yeah.
Clobs look like a fucking.
It's only worth it if you can fucking dual wield them, dude.
Yeah, the clob. It's like a nail gun.
Yeah.
It was like an ongoing joke me and my brother would have playing it. It's just like pip, 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 pip. Just give me that AK.
All right.
The
RCP 90.
One of the cold or outdoor multiplayer ones though, right? Because I know there's two different of the one you're talking about. The one that sucks is like a real short one, but the one at the end you gotta like go over here and then come back over here and then go back over there and then like the helicopter shows up and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't like a room off in one of those too? Yeah. He gets away or what? Or do you kill him there? Who knows? Why don't you look up where Urumov dies in GoldenEye 64, dude?
I just know there's two. You go to the snow level twice. The first one is like a quick one where you just have to like plant something in that tower.
Yeah.
And then you like you get on top of a different tower and you shoot it like a lock and you go down.
Yeah, it was
and then
like a
you're in
fucking
the basement.
Yeah.
The lab or whatever. And then like it's funny because the shit isn't built yet. There's a lot of like unfinished walls and stuff, and like it goes off to the jail cell. And then when you end up going back, you're in the jail cell next to Natalie. And she's like, the KGB or something. They don't even give us the gulag.
They fucking that map was dope to play. What's it called? To play multiplayer on the bunker. That shit was tight, dude.
Yeah, the bunker.
There's surface and bunker.
Surface, yeah.
Those were the two outside ones I was thinking of.
Yo, throw it up on the screen.
Yeah, they give you the clob and the surface, and you're like, I'm good.
Doesn't really show you much. What am I looking for though? When you kill,
Yeah, just search like, is that GoldenEye wiki? Just search Arumov. It should like show everything about him.
How do you spell it?
Aramov.
That was way off.
So maybe it was an O. Arumov.
Uramov. Maybe a U?
Maybe we're not even saying his name right at all.
How about we look at the cast here, maybe?
Oh, it's OUR UMOV. Arkady Grigorovich Urmel.
Oh yeah, now I remember.
Yes, comrade.
Scroll right down to the bottom.
I was looking at stats.
That's a hilarious picture of such a powerful and intimidating dude. Girlfriend.
If you shoot Arumov in the silo mission, he will drop his gun and briefcase. Inside his briefcase is a key which can unlock the lid of the missile silo.
Yo, is this
Although it's useless to the mission.
is that the remake GoldenEye?
In
Is that
train.
What?
because if you could see that picture, that does not look like.
With the laser watch.
Oh, that might be
Yeah.
Oh, that's for the Wii. That one, the bottom one, the GoldenEye Wii, the remake one they did for the Wii. That was terrible.
I like how it says gender male, affiliation Soviet Union, Janus, birth date unknown, status deceased.
Dead. So it doesn't say?
No, he's still alive in the train.
It's bullshit.
This is bullshit. I don't even know how we started talking about this.
Because we were talking about fucking Chernobyl.
So, yeah, dude, I'm looking at the.
Don't you kill him in that one episode where you gotta like go to the safe and get a bunch of shit out of the safe?
Safe.
What was that level called?
I'm surprised it doesn't say in there somewhere. This is important if anybody's watching.
Oh, was it? No, it wasn't that. That was a good one. The frigate.
Yeah, I'm looking. Fuck, what the hell?
Yeah, man. I want to play this really bad now.
We should
It
get.
was the military archives.
We should download the source version of GoldenEye and play that. Cause dude, I've tried to play 64, and it's so like it's so whack, honestly, dude.
Yeah.
Like just trying to play it, cause just the way the controls are and shit. But I mean,
What about with an actual 64 though?
that's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
No, yeah, Armov dies in the train. They have a standoff.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Because he has his gun pointed at
You have to
homegirl's
shoot
head,
him, right?
and James Bond's just like, yeah, he's just like, bah. But yeah, I was looking at a list of it's like ranking the levels.
Oh, that's why, because you get to choose. Bond has to choose whether to kill him and save Natalia, or finish the mission and apprehend Trevelyan. Oh, wait. In order to complete the mission, though, Bond must kill Arumov. Alright. So why'd you give me that bit of information?
Yeah, Surface 2 is ranked the worst episode level. Surface 2. They rank Jungle at number 19 as the second worst level, but I feel like
Jungle sucked.
it was pretty. I mean, it wasn't like.
You walking through that bitch in a suit.
But you do get a
Yeah,
goddamn
that's true.
fucking like M16, though. That's tight.
I think a lot of people didn't like Jungle level because one, it's not like super eventful. You know, there's not too much going on. It's kind of like a walkthrough level. There's no like stop. I have to do this and got to be sneaky over here. It's just a
Oh, you have to-
walkthrough level. And those fucking guns that automatically follow you. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh, good.
Oh,
They
yeah,
put
I forgot about those.
They put this shit. Yeah, because they had those kind of guns that follow you in, I think it was in the Aztec level, one of those bonus
yeah.
levels, and in a regular level in the game, and they're like on the ceiling and shit. And I'm like, oh, there's 4 of these things, and I have to get over there, like in the bunker level. You got to get to the other side to get to the computer, and you're just like, oh, I'm just walking, nobody's here, and they're like, you walk in the door, and they're behind you in the corner, and you're just like, "Bah, bah, bah." And when you're getting shot, you're like. And the 2 meters on each side, the 2 meters at each side, so it's like, so you hide behind the wall and you're like, what did they rank?
I like watching the YouTube videos of people going through them and trying to beat the the time, you know, like
Right.
'cause when you beat it in a certain amount of time, it would open shit up.
Yeah, dude. I was watching Games Done Quick on Twitch. They do like every I don't know, a few months. There's like a Games Done Quick event, which is basically just people that speed run games, and it's dope to watch, dude. You just some random ass person will have some random ass game and just be super good at it for no reason. Like, and it's just he's about to beat this game in like 30 minutes. And he just like they just break the game, dude. I watched somebody beat the first Halo game by like glitching above the map and just running over the whole map to the end, like beat it, like, like cool, dude.
Yeah, dude. I'm number 6. This guy put fucking the boat.
Yeah,
the boat
I remember that
level.
one.
I didn't like that one. Number 6.
I can't.
You mean the
Frigate. Yeah, frigate. Frigate.
good one? I mean, I don't know.
I can't even remember the bulk of what goes on in it. I remember the map, but I don't remember. I mean,
Yeah, I think I hated this level because like you have to find that helicopter and you're just going through all these doors and you're like,
oh yeah,
it's getting louder. Like I can, yeah.
right.
It's the last thing you gotta do is find that
I do
helicopter.
remember that now.
You're like, okay, I went in the basement, killed some dudes, found what I needed. Now I need to go to the helicopter because, yeah, and you get.
You had to do shit right though, or it wouldn't show up.
Mm-hmm. So you hear the helicopter, and then you'd be on the side of the ship on that like little catwalk, and the catwalk ends, and you're like, I fucking see it.
Right.
Okay, I'll go in this door, turn around, go in this door on the left, go up the stairs, go straight, take a right, go left on the other side of the catwalk. Oh, it ends. You're like, okay, now I gotta go in the basement. Go level lower. You're like, all right, this door doesn't even open. They put a door in this game that doesn't even open. You're like, the helicopter's getting louder, and it's just like,
Yo, dude, look up a GoldenEye source. See if that's still even a thing.
Like the source code.
No, like Source Engine. Someone remade GoldenEye with the Source Engine, like the same engine that Counter-Strike and shit were made on. You know?
Did you guys like that level where you had to meet the fat guy in the fucking, like in the, what's that, like the, crate? Like in the abandoned communist park and shit where the statues are? And then
He's
that's
wearing like a fucking.
yeah,
Who was it though? Boris?
no,
No.
the fat dude. The fat dude, I think he was in Beetlejuice. Yeah, Dan knows what's up. Yeah, but that's where you find out that Trevlin is a fucking double agent and
Right.
shit.
Statue, right?
Yeah, and then you fucking go back to the park or the
Let's see
gate.
that Source trailer. See what it looks like.
Go back to the gate.
This one or this one?
I don't know. I think that's a. Do that facility preview. Fuck it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
If anybody wants to get fucking smoked on this, dude, it can happen, dude.
This looks tight. Bit.
It's probably easily downloaded, dude.
So I mean, I get it. It's like all the same and everything, but like, how do you know that the game is just equally as hard? Maybe it's like maybe you can't beat
What do you mean?
like the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Should be that.
Like, how do they make it as difficult?
Oh god.
He's like coming in for a hug. Why'd you shoot him?
All creepy and shit.
I don't really like. I don't think I would even play through the story if they. I don't even think they're remaking it as a story. Maybe they are, considering there's NPCs. But motherfuckers playing ping pong in here.
The break room. Comrade, we play ping pong.
Oh yeah. They don't have all the right NPCs fucking in the game though. Like, you remember using the Magnum to shoot through this bitch at motherfuckers? Dude, like, this, like, as simple as this shit was, it had little, like, Yeah, like. I'm gonna look up how to obtain this, dude. And we're gonna fucking smoke each other in it one day.
What was your favorite multiplayer level?
Facility, or complex, one of the two.
Yeah, I think Facility was mine. I don't think about it. I don't think there was too many multiplayer levels.
Right.
Maybe like 6 or 8. Bunker.
Yeah. There was like that one that got turned into like 3 different ones. It was like library, basement, and then stack, which is both of them, I think.
The archives.
Yeah, archives. Yeah.
Yeah. That level was pretty cool because you just start off in that interrogation room.
Yeah.
And you, like, if you go past the dialogue, like, if you don't kill the dudes before the dialogue is done, the other guy walks in and he's just like, yeah, kill him. You're like, oh, how foolish of you to stand 20 feet away from me and leave my gun 2 feet away from me. Yeah, we're new on the job, Mr. Bond, but we know all about you.
Are you looking up that shit? If there's a single player campaign?
Yeah, it says they're working on it.
I just want to smoke my motherfucking dogs in it.
The developers and creators of whatever of GoldenEye back in the day, there's that long before they came out and said this recently. The long term thing between or amongst fans and shit was like, is Odd Job cheating?
Oh yeah, it definitely is.
And they were just like, yeah, we just did that. We threw him in there.
Right.
We were just trolling people. Some of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They
it was kind of cheap to be Jaws too, because you're just lined up for a headshot for everybody, dude.
Yeah, they basically said with Odd Job, they're like, yeah, we honestly had like fights and debates with, fellow engineers and stuff, like basically like, dude, don't put him in the game, like, come on.
Right.
And other guys would be like, no, man, it would be funny, dude.
Right.
Fucking basically having this argument but with friends at home and shit. So they're just like, all right, whatever, put him in there.
If a game did that now, dude, people would flip, dude.
I remember when we took auto aim off.
Auto aim off, license to kill, no Odd Job, no Jaws. Power weapons only. Paintball mode, DK mode.
Yeah.
What was the one great pistol called? Like the Dostevo?
Yeah.
Oh, the one Dostevich.
Yeah.
I thought it was the Magnum, because that thing was sick too, but
Yeah, the Dostevich. Where when you the gray gun and just the, I'm not a gun expert, but it would just cock back and just pa pa. Yeah,
what was the other game that was based on the engine?
Mike.
Oh yeah, what was the other game that was based on the engine? It was
Perfect Dark.
Yeah, that game was fun. I
Yeah.
used to hate it, but then I liked it.
Dude, it's dope once you
Same.
figure out all the random weapons and shit. It's just like a futuristic GoldenEye. It was tight, dude. The laptop gun, dude, you could throw it on the wall as like a fucking turret gun. Like, it's so tight, dude. But there was a cheap-ass gun in that game where literally you could see through all walls. It was like heat-seeking, and you could see through all walls and shoot through all walls. So it was like, why'd you put this in here, dude?
I don't know if you remember this or not, but believe it or not, Lord Hell was good at that
Right.
Perfect Dark game.
Dude, I'll fucking smoke him right now, dude. Bring it on here.
Bring
huh?
'em in.
Right.
like, what about the console? Bring that in.
Starts playing Lord Hell.
I wanted to set it up to have the Sega hooked up so we could do just like a
96.
96 shootout every stream. Just end it with a shootout or something. Just I don't know, just for fuck shits and gigs.
Bam, 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 bam.
Dude, fucking Jim Margle though showed me an NHL 95 league that he plays in, like a literal
What?
like a league. Like you can look it up. But dude, it looks pretty crazy, dude. Like I was like, dude, I'd totally be down for this, dude. Like you schedule like when you're gonna play and shit.
Emulated?
It's emulated, yeah,
Okay.
but it's still it's dope.
Dude.
Let's look on how to get into it, dude. We can do it.
Yeah. It's 95.
Right. That's what I said. I was like,
96 with a cheat where I think you had to be going up or coming down, and you could like score every time.
yeah, you could just shoot from the blue line. Fucking yeah, so
Was-
cheap, dude.
Was it the blue
line?
line?
Or like you're passing almost
Well,
the goal line, like the goal line of the other team, like you'd shoot it like at a ridiculous angle. and
Oh
shoot
yeah.
it, like,
I think what it was is like, if you're like a left wing and you're coming down, you pass the blue line, opponent's blue line, and like the face-off circle in their zone, you cut to get to the slot, and you just rip it before you're like head on with the goalie in the slot. Like right before that, there's like that area of the face-off circle, like the right, if you're coming down left wing, that right circle, when you cut, if you shoot at that point, I think it's a glitch. If you,
There's like
coming down fast and shit with like Pavel Bure, whose speed is like a 98, and you just cut it hard as fuck, and you're Ray Bork, and he's just like, ugh.
Yeah, dude. Like there's like there's even in '96 there's a glitch where you could literally if you don't have the goalies on like the hardest difficulty or whatever, there's a glitch where you could just, as long as you cut in front of the net, like you'll beat the goalie every time. So it's just kind of like when you're playing with people, it's like, dude, you're really doing that? Like it's like one of those unspoken rules. Like, dude, really, you're gonna do that? Like you're gonna fucking play it like that, dude? Why don't you set up a play, asshole? Like.
What I used to love about the NHL games was like, yeah, you put penalties on or whatever if you want, but like literally you could just stand there and check every play with the puck. It was almost like NFL blitz with hockey, and like they barely ever call you for a foul.
Remember Mutant League Hockey, Mutant Hockey League?
Yeah, giant holes just appearing, and you're like, oh, I was on a breakaway.
I feel like that game's much cooler in theory, but I feel like it just sucked, to be honest.
Yeah, it was not good at all. Yeah, I mean, like NHL 95, I feel like is more. It's a fucking 25-year-old game, but more real time how it moves and shit.
Right.
But like 96, they were kind of like, all right, let's kind of give everybody just a little bit of boost.
Right, and then 94 is like the opposite, where it's everybody's slow as dicks, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but 97 was kind of like the same, basically 96, but just like
Everyone's fast as
yeah. But 96 is the premier fucking.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it just feels better, cause dude,
96?
like, yeah, to me at least, it just feels better to be a little bit faster, cause like, dude, like I don't know what it is. When you're playing a game and you're always feeling like, oh, hurry up.
Yeah.
It feels like what? I don't know.
Yeah, 96. God, off the top of my head, 96. 5 best teams was probably Quebec, Detroit, or no, Colorado wasn't in 96.
Yeah.
97, because they put I think they put Forsberg on the cover. It was either Forsberg or Van Briesbroek, but 96 was with, was it Yzerman and somebody else from the Devils? The cover of the game? Yeah, that was 96. NHL 95 was like the cover of like inside the goalies.
Yeah.
But 96, yeah, like, yeah, Quebec, Detroit, St. Louis, Boston,
I feel like the Devils
and
were
Philly.
in that game too, though.
Yeah, New Jersey was too,
Yeah.
because your defensemen were Scott Stevens and Scott Niedermeyer, who can score, and then your goalie's Martin Brodeur.
Right.
Who's your forwards?
Right.
Fucking the peanut dude.
Just blasted from the fucking right.
Yeah, Boston was good, because you got Seabass, Cam Neely's on that team,
Oh yeah.
and Ray Bork's fucking sitting back there,
You gonna eat that?
just like looking in the stands, like
Gonna eat this
Which
burger?
one was the first one where they put in where you could break the glass with your shot? Was that 97?
I don't remember that happening in '96. So
Yeah, it's got to be 97.
right.
Right?
Yeah, 97, I think.
Remember '98 we had for PC. It was like a completely different game than they released for the consoles or whatever.
It was awful.
Yeah.
It's probably because it was PC though.
I remember playing it a lot though, or like watching us play it. I remember being like, cause like the intro video into it was like one of the first games that I've seen at least that used actual video for like. I was like, whoa! I was like, what the fuck? That looks real.
Yeah, 96. Who was? Yeah, it was Yzerman and yeah, Scott Stevens were on the cover. Huh. Yeah, 96 is the best one. Get ready for this. That was the song on it.
Y'all ready for this?
I was. I'm trying to look at how they ranked the teams in 96, but I don't know. I feel like those were the best teams.
It was a good game.
I wish Jim Margle was here right now. You could direct me to that NHL 95 league thing. So we can just pull it up just to look at it. But
Yeah, speaking of the best teams that game, mentioning St. Louis, because they had Al McInnes, who had like a fucking 200-mile-an-hour shot on the point, and then Gretzky and Brett Hall, and then Grant.
Didn't McInnes, didn't he used to like not wear a helmet? Or is that some who was? I'm tripping.
Nah, it was Craig McTavish, who was on who was on St. Louis. He was the last player to not wear a helmet. Who's on that was on the roster in '96. But and yeah, Grant Fuhr, a little past his prime on St. Louis, but still a really good goalie in that game. I saw this thing on I saw this thing on Instagram Discover, and it was a picture of St. Louis of Brett Hall and Gretzky, and the caption was, so I trolled hard as fuck. The caption was like, "Imagine facing these guys in the NHL Finals," and I was like, "Imagine them making it to the NHL Finals." Bounced. It was funny. I went back the next day to see if anybody like replied to it. I had like a dozen likes on that comment, and the dude underneath me was like, "Yeah, imagining Yzerman not ripping that shot from the point in double overtime past Grant Fuhr." And I was just like, "I'll like that." And NHL, I'd say I'm above average in NHL '96, but NBA Jam, dude, I don't know what it is.
I'm gonna bust that out too, dude.
Yeah.
I think I have hang time, honestly, but right.
Yeah, it was the same thing. NHL 90 or NHL. Brain fart. NBA Jam. There was like NBA Jam, the first one, and then the second one with the hot spots. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Not doing hot spots. Then you could be like Bill Clinton if you had a cheat or something. I was like, no. You pick the
You
first.
feel like you could do that in the first ones too. Those ones, maybe not. I don't know.
Probably,
Right.
but I just never fucked around with cheats and shit like that in NBA Jam.
We used to, whenever we get to that thing, we used to always just put random shit, see if you get fucking cheats. You know what I mean?
Oh,
You
the
just-
thing at the
yeah,
bottom?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you just randomly hit. We'd be like, gotta cheat, whatever. Hope it's not something that fucks up the game. Tournament mode, fuck. It's always tournament mode too.
Dude, this career mode in that shit was hard as fuck.
Yeah.
You would play like the worst team, who was the Dallas Mavericks, and then
They'd still be dunking on your ass, dude. That's the one thing about those games that sucks is like the comeback factor that they added into the game, dude. Like for when you're playing against a computer, comeback factor is just out of this world, dude. They'll just come back no matter what, dude. It doesn't matter.
dude, you would beat the Dallas Mavericks feeling all good, and then you play the fucking Milwaukee Bucks or the New Jersey Nets, who have like nobody on the team, and then you get smoked. Like two white dudes on the New Jersey Nets just smoking
Because you underestimated them. Dog.
Yeah, just hitting threes from like 5 feet outside of the fucking 3-point line. Just
You're like, you lucky there ain't no hot spots.
Indiana Pacers all day, maybe.
Remember the fucking... It'd be like the end of the fourth quarter, and you just throw the Hail Mary, hoping to fucking tie the game, dude. And sometimes you get it. It'd be like the most hype shit ever, dude.
Half the time you get it.
Right.
Like the game's never fucking over.
Right.
You just gotta wait for that one last Hail Mary.
You could do kind of similar to GoldenEye multiplayer, be an odd job. Bro, you play somebody that's the Charlotte Hornets, and one dude's Larry Johnson and the other dude's Muggsy Bogues. He's like, oh, cool, so I'm going to get picked and rolled for 40 steals because he's just so short and fast, and you just be like, fuck, this dude picked the fucking Charlotte Hornets, man. Wearing teal jerseys. Oh, Utah. Be the mailman. Call him alone.
What other fucking dope fucking sports games were back then? From back then? That's pretty much it, really.
NHL 96 was just so goddamn good. I played that till like 2008. I think it was NHL 95 when NHL 2015 came out. They did the anniversary thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, they looks like they changed bodies.
They did the game mode where you could do like NHL 95, but like for PlayStation 3 and still
Right.
like the hits and
Right.
how the
Same
ice is
feel and shit.
the ice is like that bright blue and shit.
Yeah. Classic.
Is it the same sound effects too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
And when you
dope.
score the goal and shit, fans like, yeah. Oh man. So the guy from Billy Madison's still alive, huh?
Yeah.
Mm.
Damn it.
He probably died within this podcast.
Wouldn't that be something?
Tomorrow, I get like a news notification, like
Some-
from. It's just like legendary actor dead at 89. It's like
It's just legendary actor, comma, sideburns, comma, like that. They don't even know his real name.
beloved actor dead 89. Pat O'Brien here. As Jacko gone wacko.
The Menendez brothers. Bam.
Did you guys ever believe the stories in fucking Rescue 911 with William Shatner when you watched it? When they did reenactments?
I guess, yeah. I mean, did I think that was the actual footage? No.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, neither. Or Unsolved Mysteries, fucking, what's that dude's name?
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
I remember the music used to give me the creeps. And
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
look around.
Yeah.
Night.
Why are you wearing a trench coat all the time, my man? He's like in a parking garage and just appears out of nowhere.
Wearing a duster.
Yeah, that's. He just comes out of nowhere and he's like, Gary Clark had a family of 5. They just moved to Indiana. A new factory job. He's like, that's all he would open up with. He would tell you, like, okay, Gary lives in Indiana. I don't know if that's a coincidence. Gary, Indiana.
Right.
Factory job. And it's just
Sounds like you're making this up.
yeah.
There is no Garys in Indiana. Get out of here.
Reel the story. Like, what am I about to watch? He just mentioned who's in it and where the guy lives and what his occupation was. what are we doing here? And at the
You
end,
know he's
just-
gonna be dead.
Yeah. The whole time he's just zoned out. And they shoot back to him. He's like, oh, catch us next Tuesday on Unsolved Mystery. Doesn't have his pants on.
Yeah, you know I'm naked under this duster, right?
Got a direction.
he was in basketball and they did the same
Yeah.
thing. It's like, where's Coop? I hope he's hanging in his fucking bath or his closet. How long we at?
Or
Robert Stack. Yeah, that's his name.
yeah,
He's for sure dead.
didn't he die like
Oh yeah,
somebody
he's
killed him for trying to catch him or something?
trying to catch him.
Like
He's like, they're after me.
wasn't it like something to do with like one of the mysteries he was trying to solve?
That'd be insane.
Maybe I'm just making that up.
No, prostate cancer.
Oh, all right. That's a mystery.
Yeah, infection from prostate cancer. Like 2003.
Rip.
That mystery solved.
Right.
They fucking like how cops die or military men. At the funeral, they put the American flag over the casket. They just put the duster on his casket. And his wife is just all like in the wheelchair, like, I told you I don't want that on the casket. He's known for more than just that show. Like, Grandma, calm down. Calm down, Grandma. No.
Tell you to calm down.
I saw. I've been watching E3, and they're releasing a Commander Keen fucking mobile game. Yeah,
Commander who?
Commander Keen. It was like one of the first.
I don't know why I'm laughing. I don't know what that is.
It's laughable. It was like one of the first fucking like action games on the computer, like back in the day.
Oh.
It's pretty cool. I used to play it a lot.
I thought that was like a
Still got all the OGs on my old.
I have it on my external.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a children's book adapted into a game, like Captain Underpants.
Could have been.
Oh, really?
Could have been for all I
Could've
know.
been.
Yeah. But I don't think it was.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Pull up a fucking gameplay vid, dude.
Sorry to interrupt your. Sorry to break up your Black Panther party.
How'd I get so big? Yeah.
Forrest, why is this happening?
'Cause you're a whore.
I don't know, Bubba. If I would have known that was Bubba's last words, I would have said something better.
Commander Keen, baby.
So, lollipops?
Yeah. I love the fucking footstep sound effects, dude.
Gotta collect them lollipops.
Right.
Uh-uh.
I remember the pogo, dude. That shit was dope. Oh, dude, he was about to do the secret. I remember being like nerve wracked trying to fucking do that shit.
Me too.
That sound though.
Was this game pretty frustrating?
Yeah. It feels like a platformer where you're like, if you're not jumping and moving, you're locked. It feels like kind of weird.
I think the most frustrating game as a kid for me was the first Ninja Turtles game.
Yeah, that shit is frustrating. 'Cause
That shit, like the fucking second level where you're still, before you jump off the dam,
right,
like when you're still in the dam,
right,
and you gotta jump from that one block to the other block to get into that door to go upstairs on the dam, just made no sense because the ceiling was low.
right.
So when you jump, you would hit the ceiling and just fucking fall. And then you'd be like, okay, I'll just get closer to the edge without falling and then jump.
Right.
That way, if I do hit the ceiling, I'm going to land on the other block and get into the door.
No.
Can't get a running start.
Is there a way? There's.
I just think it depended on what day you were playing on, I guess. I don't know. And then you jump off the dam, you're like, oh, thank God. Okay, now I have to defuse bombs underwater. I have so much oxygen. And there's those spinning fucking things that if you touch, you're fucked.
Right. I like the ones after
arcade
the
one.
arcade versions.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are so much better.
Mm.
Better beat 'em ups. You're coming out with a new Battletoads beat 'em up, so that should be cool. Classic Battletoads too.
Battletoads Double Dragon was the hardest fucking game, too.
Yeah, it's like literally considered one of the hardest games ever.
Yeah. Because it was like Double Dragon was just tough as shit.
Right.
And they're like, let's combine two universes. Okay. It's going to be tough as shit.
Right.
So let's not get our hopes up about anything.
And your name is Zitz or Pimple or Rash.
There's that typo in Double Dragon 2, I think.
Oh yeah.
It's like Yimmy.
Yeah, the Yimmy.
His name's Jimmy.
Right.
And it just tells you the story in the before the game starts. The little intro tells you a story. This is a story about
Billy and Yimmy.
Billy and Yimmy. And it's like, Yimmy? Who the fuck is Yimmy? It doesn't matter because you're going to turn this game off in 5 minutes.
You're gonna get bored real quick.
I was playing like Streets of Rage and like it would just go on forever.
Oh yeah, dude. I'd fucking play that game right now, dude.
Yeah, I mean you could play it all day, but like it's like same fucking thing over.
Right. And you get to near the end of the game, and then there's that level where it's just you just fight all the bosses again in one level. And it's like, dude, really?
Nothing can make you feel more of like a dirty, worthless piece of shit as in playing Streets of Rage with like one of your best friends, and you're towards the end of like a later level, and you're in that later in the level, and then what do? There's one dude around and you accidentally hit B.
Right. Oh, dude. You use your special on nobody, dude.
It's just one dude. He's like,
That's always like the case, dude. It's always like start the game. If you don't remember, figure out which button that is and restart before you fuck everything up, dude. Like.
That was a classic move.
But I would
or
just
you'd snatch the health when the other person needed the
Yeah.
health. You're like, dude.
Or
sorry.
Or it's like you'd be the last one alive, and it's like you're clearly way better than the other guy you're
Yeah.
playing with, and like you'd have 2 lives left, and they just take your 1 life to respawn. It's like, dude, I know we're playing right now, but like, don't do that.
And he's just looking at you like, didn't want to leave you hanging.
Like you just did, dude.
Like, it's funny, like, give you a perspective. Like, playing the game, and then your friend turns around and does that. He's like, didn't want to leave you hanging. Like, okay, you took the life now. Look at the screen. Like,
My favorite level in that game was the outdoor elevator level where you could just literally throw motherfuckers off the edge. Like that's all I would do, dude. Just get near the edge, and when they come near me, just throw them off.
the world's tallest building.
No, yeah, it just never. And then when you'd hit the special on that level, they'd come from this way, and it'd be like, "Bam, shoot," and then the missiles would shoot this way onto the level. It's like, all right.
Like, yeah, we don't feel like finishing coding that part. Just
They're like, the guy that coded was like, we could definitely just do a mirrored image for whenever this happens. And he's like, no.
We still got to pay the band the soundtrack that they wrote. I don't know my favorite level, but the beach was pretty sweet because you find those broken bottles and just stab a motherfucker. Yeah, oh yeah,
All the
yeah.
music is dope in that game.
Ugh, fucking just, it's funny, like you're on the ferry boat or whatever, and you hit the specials, which I feel like you don't need
Like,
to
how
use
you
on the ferry.
gonna-
All of a sudden, the boat, it's like a Thunderbird, and the dude's just out of the fucking sunroof with like sunglasses on.
I'm like, is that
With a
RoboCop?
rocket. He's just like on the ferry. The car paid the $8.50
Right.
to get on to go where you're going, and then you're just like rolling up on the back of the ferry like.
yeah, I always hated how that was like way too easy to hit. Like,
Hey, like make it hitting both buttons at once or something, guys.
Like why
Like,
does
we got 3 buttons.
okay? So it's for it's for Sega, right?
down toward A.
It's for Sega, right? It's like, all right, there's 3 buttons, guys. The special button, we don't want any controversy or backlash from people accidentally hitting it. What button should it be?
The first button.
Put it in the middle.
Right.
Put it in the middle. That way, when they go back and forth, they won't hit it because they're like, it's the middle one. Okay, we were gonna say, C, but or maybe select. No.
Select.
Select would be perfect.
It's like,
I think there's a way to like change it. I think we used to go through.
Yeah, but you could never put it on that. You just pick A, B, or C, I think. Streets of Rage 2 was good too.
I was familiar with that one.
Yeah.
have you played the first one? No.
Right.
No, yeah, Streets of Rage, man.
It's the same thing with a dude with rollerblades. I still have Ricky's copy of that game. I still have your copy, Ricky.
What?
Streets of Rage 2.
Streets of Rage.
There was a Streets of Rage 3?
Oh, yeah. Didn't play that one barely.
Mm-mm. You can be a kangaroo? I'm sorry, I'm looking at the cover and it looks like there's a kangaroo on it.
Yeah, I remember that shit now.
Like, we need more characters. Oh.
Tekken did like a bear thing.
This dude's just sweating. He's like, okay, I've been underperforming lately. He's just like, a kangaroo? Everybody's just like,
Genius.
put him in there.
Put it on the front.
Yeah, and you can have like boxing gloves on. Like, okay, all right. Yeah, and he's wearing like denim shorts and he's got a huge fucking bulge.
They're like, all right, dude.
This is for kids. He's like, just the boxing gloves would be cool. Dude, Golden Axe was sweet too.
Yeah, Golden Axe. That has one of the dopest fucking soundtracks too, dude.
Yeah.
Shit's so epic, dude.
Dude, a lot of those Sega games have great soundtracks.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
When you think about it now.
dude. Sonic has a really great soundtrack, dude.
Shred.
Yeah,
I like Golden Axe. It has that whole power metal vibe and shit, like epic.
yeah. That fucking I saw the band. It's basically the guy who composed all the Sonic music, but he like put together a band to play all the Sonic music, and it's basically just like kind of like metal versions of all the stuff. It's like more towards that way. But I saw them at that gaming festival I went to. I was like, this is tight, dude. These guys are fucking ripsters. Playing all the Sonic songs.
Oh man. Fucking, I gotta say, man, it's a pretty good one for not having anything prepared.
Yeah.
Gotta thank the dude from Billy Madison for really keeping us off. We'd like to thank everybody that made this episode possible. Sideburns, the 17 hijack, the fucking the duck, 17 hijackers.
The guy guy who threw the shoe.
Right.
Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Thanks for neglecting your safety test and everything. Oh yeah, Roose Bolton was in that.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. He was pretty close to a Russian accent.
Yeah.
They were like, all right, just use your regular accent. He's like, no. No, I'm fucking. Did you know my resume? They're like, yeah, you're Roose Bolton. He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm going to do kind of a Russian accent. I'm like, all right, whatever. You got like one scene, dude. Any shows coming up?
Not till July. Same one that's been booked for like a month now. No new shows. What else we got? Subscribe to the YouTube.
Yeah, subscribe to YouTube, link in bio. Click the bell.
It won't be in there.
I think last week I said it's the thing that looks like a titty.
Right.
Fucking tit. Can't fucking miss it. Yeah, ring that bell, share it. I guess I really wouldn't know if people are sharing it on Facebook or something.
No.
Fuck it.
Fucking yeah, I don't know. What else is coming up? Is there anything coming up? I don't think so, dude.
I don't know.
We gotta get better at ending this thing. This is embarrassing.
Nah, man, it's good.
I'm just kidding.
Nah, this is great. Fuck, I want to play that song, but I don't want to get flagged for it.
Yeah.
Freak me. I wish we. I'll figure it out. Yeah, nothing really is coming up that I know of. So yeah. Fucking subscribe and stuff, and me love you long time.
Yeah. Thanks. Hit the outro fucking thing before you exit. All right, later, motherfuckers.
See ya!